Chair now recognizes Representative Hamadeh for any questions he may have.
Thank you, Chairwoman. President Trump has made veterans his priority again. He's expanded community care, slashed bureaucratic red tape, and put the veteran, not the bureaucracy, first. I'm with him all the way. Now, the Veterans Access Act and My Caring Act are built on the same foundation. Veterans deserve seamless access to care, whether it's inside the VA or in the community. Dr. Koeniger, can you explain to me, step by step, how are you implementing the President's directive to ensure medical records actually follow the patient?
So I am going to defer to my colleague, Dr. Lorente.
The medical records are really bidirectional. So when we refer veterans to community providers, we first have to provide them with some sort of consultation or referral. In some cases, that referral will include information about laboratories, diagnostic imaging, so that the community provider understands what is being asked when the veteran is referred. Similarly, once the community provider completes their evaluation, their treatment recommendations, they send those records back to the VA. At the present time, unfortunately, there are several different ways in which those records come to the VA. One of the things that we are in the process of doing through the request for proposals that is currently in solicitation that's been published is to be able to streamline those efforts, where the TPAs that receive the award will create essentially a portal where the medical records from the community providers will now be centralized in order to be able to streamline that process.
Has this been attempted before?
To the best of my knowledge, no, but I'm happy to take that back and get additional information.
And how long until the RFP is selected?
We're expecting to make the awards, I believe, in March. There's a 90-day review period, and I think the solicitation closes at the end of this month.
And how long will it take to be implemented?
It will take approximately a year.
You know, that's the biggest concern that when I go back to my district is a lot of veterans, they lose their medical records, the VA does, the community care. So I really encourage the department to really prioritize this because this is a constant theme I hear. But can you assure us, after this is implemented, hopefully when you have the right RFP that you select, that the veteran isn't going to be waiting weeks for community providers' records to actually reach the VA?
You have my assurance that the absolute goal is that we're going to be receiving these records and then being able to upload them into the veteran's electronic health record. Because the specific mechanics are not currently in place, unfortunately, that's about the extent of what I can say right now.
And do you anticipate this actually cutting the time significantly?
Yes.
Arizona has many rural communities that are miles from the nearest VA facility. President Trump understands that the veteran in rural Arizona matters just as much as the one here in Washington, D.C. Now, the Veterans Health Desert Reform Act we're considering today addresses this head on. How is the VA proactively identifying these medical deserts right now?
So the VA has certain processes in place that within the Office of Rural Health, so that office has been up and running for quite some time now. They have identified a lot of areas in where veterans have to travel extended periods to get to health care. And they have, again, through the Office of Rural Health, we are engaging with those veterans on a regular basis.
But do you wait for the veteran to bring this issue to you, or are you being proactive about it?
No, the office is proactive in terms of outreach to veterans.
I yield back.